Imagine you're zooming out to see the entire biblical story as one epic, interconnected narrative. It's a story about a world that was designed as a beautiful garden kingdom, but has since fractured into a landscape of ruins. And at the center of these ruins is a struggle over a throne. To understand this story, we have to look at the material humans are made of. In the opening pages of Genesis, we encounter a radical idea. God creates humans as his imago Dei, his image bearers. Think of this like a royal seal or a divine signature stamped onto every single person. This is objective worth given by God. In the biblical imagination, your value isn't something you perform or earn, it's a fixed status given by the king. It means that even the person you disagree with most carries a dignity that is cosmic and non negotiable, and the Bible presents dishonoring that dignity as sin, since we are made in the likeness of God. But the story takes a dark turn. Instead of reflecting God's rule, humans decide they want to be the ones on the throne. We each build a throne room in our hearts where the ego sits as king. From this throne, we judge who is worthy of our time and who isn't. We use our power to protect our pride. The biblical authors show us that this throne sitting is actually a form of slavery. We become prisoners to our own reputations, constantly exhausted by the need to defend our honor in the ruins. This is where we meet a Greek word that flips the script, kenosis. In his letter to the Philippians, the Apostle Paul describes Jesus, the rightful king of the universe, performing the ultimate act of kenosis, or self emptying. He doesn't use his status to crush his enemies, he voluntarily steps down from his throne. Visualize a king taking off his crown and picking up a towel. True love in the way of Jesus is the decision to graciously allow another person to sit on the throne of your heart, treating their needs and their worth as more significant than your own, while you move to the floor to wash their feet. This brings us to the climax of the story, the cross. This isn't a sanitized religious symbol, it's gritty realism. On the cross, Jesus is the king of the least amongst us. He is at the basin, serving humanity, while the people he's dying for are vandalizing his character and kicking his head. But notice his posture. He isn't reacting out of annoyance or wounded pride. He can endure the abuse because his confidence is anchored in the Father. He proved that you don't have to hit back to be powerful. By refusing to reclaim his throne through violence, he unmasked the principalities of this world, the dark logic that says might makes right, and showed that the ultimate power is a love that survives even death. How do we know this upside down love actually works? We look at the martyrs, the witnesses, or martyrs. The early Jesus movement didn't spread through political takeovers or armies. It spread because people were so transformed by Jesus that they were willing to endure the vandalism of the Roman Empire while washing the feet of their executioners. Their blood is the evidence. They proved that when you love God with everything and your neighbor as yourself, you aren't just following rules, you are participating in a new reality that the world's violence cannot stop. This is the Evangelion, the good news. In the ancient world, an Evangelion was a royal announcement of victory. Imagine a herald running through a war-torn city shouting, "The battle is over, the true king has won." This message is counterworld because it tells us we don't have to fight for our own thrones anymore. Imagine someone starts a cancel campaign against you at school, trashing your name in the group chat, or imagine a colleague vandalizes your career by lying to the boss to get your promotion. The world says, "Get back on your throne, retaliate, destroy them." But the Evangelion says you are already a royal heir in God's kingdom. Your worth is objective and safe. So you can stay at the basin, you can speak the truth with gentleness, refusing to let their kicks turn you into a version of them. Living this way isn't about trying harder to be a nice person. That's just another way to sit on a throne of self-righteousness. It starts by experiencing his love, love first. You have to be washed by him before you can wash anyone else's feet. You start slow, trusting that God is rewiring your heart. Eventually, you realize it's not you who is doing the loving, but Christ living in you. You become a messenger in the ruins, showing a tired world that the true king hasn't just returned, he's making all things new, one towel and one basin at a time. So love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it: love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments.